Hello, everyone. This is Roshan, CEO and co-founder of Insurtech, and today we are at India Insurtech Festival, second edition, and this podcast is sponsored by our Alliance Insurance Broker Partners. And today we have a special guest with us. I would like to introduce you to Mr. Samantu. Please give us a quick introduction, and then we go into some of the interesting conversations we're going to have.
Thank you, Roshan, for having me here. I'm privileged. I'm Shubho Samanta. I have been in the IT industry for the last, I lose count sometimes, 40 years.
Oh my God.
I started with TCS, and then I was in Cognizant, and followed by that, I was with Atos. And then, we started this company, ExaValue. We've been doing great. We're focusing on the insurance industry and digitizing the different aspects of the industry. And that has been my background, So I've seen the overall penetration of IT into different aspects of every industry. I've worked in airlines, I've worked with insurance, I've worked with catering, I worked with banking. So I've seen the penetration of IT into the different industries.
That's fantastic to see that kind of a rich experience that you bring along. As you said, ExaValue kind of evolved out of some of these years of previous work experience. So talk to me about that transition from being an employee to being an employer. How did that happen and why?
Well, when we were working, we found that there were many areas where you could make a change, and that is when you decide that I want to become independent and make this change, and that is what has driven this growth of this company, ExaValue, and it has really grown. We started just before COVID in 2019, and 2020 when COVID happened, there were a lot of challenges. We were worried. But our past experience showed that you make hay when the sun is not shining actually so
Yes.
much, and that is when we grew, and we grew beyond expectation, and we really did very well. And today we are really flourishing, doing very well. Have grown beyond. We are in US, Canada, India, serving multiple customers.
Fantastic. As we say, don't let any opportunity go to waste.
Absolutely.
And you guys have maximized that. And of course, COVID has taught a lot of things, including growing business digitally. And I think that's fantastic. Talk to me about some of the innovative works happening in Insurtech space and how you guys are spearheading that.
Okay, so let me talk about some of it with the context of India. Insurance, many years back when I started my job, when we used to buy a typical insurance policy, we would listen to what the agent says and believe in whatever he has said and buy that insurance. That is what it used to be. So now we move forward 40 years. And today, how do we buy an insurance? I go to a car dealer and I am buying a car. Absolutely. And he says, buy this insurance from me, best thing. And but you don't listen to him anymore. You go out, check in one of the
Absolutely.
websites what is the quote they are giving. Go back to him, tell him, boss, you're giving this to me at 40,000 rupees, and I'm getting it at 20. Yeah. He'll come back and probably shake hands and give it to you for 20. Absolutely. So it has increased the negotiating power. Absolutely. For you. So this is one situation. The other is think of IoT. It's slowly penetrating the insurance industry also. I'm a very safe driver. I drive at 50 kilometers per hour
I got
max.
1,000 rupees ticket this morning.
So why should I pay my insurance premium as much as someone who's a very dangerous driver?
Yes, absolutely.
So, that's where you see the penetration of IoT and IT into your insurance risk assessment, So things have moved, it is slowly becoming very transparent. It is slowly measuring the behavior of the person in calculating the premiums. And it's very important as the transparency improves, as the measurement criteria changes, things will also change, and this is what is penetrating today into the industry.
Interesting.
Today.
So what I'm really interested and excited about is, your deep experience and expertise in the domain, as well as, your initiative to start such a valuable company, which is globally recognized now. What kind of anything, if you want to tell the next generation, if you are telling yourself 30 years younger to you, what advice would you give yourself?
Well, what I think is, measure your risks well, and no difficult situation is difficult, as long as you know that you will overcome it. All difficulties pass if you face it with grit and determination, and that is where you make best. That is the opportunity you make best use of to grow, and so don't get scared if there are setbacks. This is something which is normal and natural, but be brave, face it, and move forward.
And that's fantastic. That's a great thing to learn, and again, I think it inspires all of us. Before we wrap up, there are a couple quick questions I want to ask you. One is about how do you see this change evolving? I think the rate of change is also speeding up. So with AI being into the mix of things, as the insurance is kind of penetrating deeper and deeper, how do you see insurance being? Do you see insurance will continue to be a product, or it will become completely embedded in everything?
Well, it'll continue to be a product, I think. That's my thought. But the way it is done will change. Underwriting will become more efficient. Risk management will get more efficient. Claims management will get more efficient. Penetration of technology into the insurance will be more and more. So, while the products will remain, but the efficiency of the products, the trustworthiness of the products, the return from the product will become much better than what it is today.
Absolutely. No, that's great. Last question. Since we are at the Insurtech festival, you've been here, you attended last year, you are attending this year as you're sharing your experience. Talk to the larger audience about, what do you feel about, what's your feedback about this event, and what more would you like to see?
Great event. There was nothing like this earlier. Started last year. Some very, very intelligent and enthusiastic people like Surya, Jagadish, Gautam, all of them got together, started this event. But what I'd like to see is, participation from insurance companies to share what are the challenges they are facing, so that, the tech companies can think of it and solve those challenges.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time, and
Thank you so
we'll
much.
connect again, and we wait for the next episode, guys. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Pleasure talking. Thank you.